Your credit card bill just landed. The balance says $3,000. The minimum payment says $60. So you pay the $60. You've been doing this for months, maybe years. You feel responsible. You're paying on time. Your credit score looks fine. But here's what that statement doesn't tell you. That $60 payment barely touches your actual debt. Most of it goes straight to interest. And the company that issued your card, they're counting on you never figuring that out. Most people understand that credit cards charge interest, but almost nobody understands how that interest is calculated. It's not once a year. It's not once a month. Your credit card charges you interest every single day. The average credit card interest rate right now is about 24%. According to the Federal Reserve, that's the highest it has been in over 30 years. But 24% per year sounds manageable, right? Here's where it gets dangerous. That 24% gets divided by 365 days. That gives you a daily rate of about 0.66%. Every single night, your balance grows. You went to sleep owing $3,000. You woke up owing $3,001.97. You didn't buy anything. You didn't swipe your card. Your debt grew while you were sleeping. And that new, slightly higher balance, that's what tomorrow's interest is calculated on. Interest on top of interest. That's called compounding. And when it works against you, it is brutal. Now let's talk about the minimum payment, because this is the part that was designed to confuse you. Your minimum payment is usually calculated as 1% to 2% of your total balance. On a $3,000 balance, that's roughly $60. Sounds reasonable. But here's what's actually happening inside that $60. At 24% interest, your card charges you about $60 in interest per month on a $3,000 balance. So when you pay $60, almost all of it goes to interest. Your actual balance barely moves. Maybe $2 or $3 comes off the principal. That means after a full year of making minimum payments, you've paid $720, and your balance has dropped from $3,000 to maybe $2,900. You paid $720 and only reduced your debt by $100. That's not a payment plan, that's a subscription to debt. And credit card companies know this. The minimum payment exists for one reason. It keeps you paying just enough to stay current, but never enough to get free. A study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that when people see a minimum payment amount on their statement, they anchor to that number. Even people who could afford to pay more pay the minimum because the bill told them to. Your statement is not trying to help you. It is a marketing tool designed to keep you in the cycle. The number they show you is not the number that helps you. It is the number that helps them. Let's run the full numbers. Because once you see this, you will never look at a credit card the same way. You have a $3,000 balance. Your interest rate is 24%. Your minimum payment starts at $60 and decreases as your balance drops. That's how minimums work. The less you owe, the less they ask you to pay, which sounds nice until you realize it means you never build momentum. Month 1, you pay $60. About $57 goes to interest. About $3 goes to your balance. Your new balance is $2,997. Month 2, you pay $59.94. About $56.90 goes to interest. About $3 to principal. Your balance is now $2,994. See the pattern? You are running on a treadmill. Let's jump ahead. After one full year, you've made 12 payments totaling about $710. Your balance has gone from $3,000 to roughly $2,900. After 3 years, you've paid over $2,000. Your balance is still around $2,500. You've paid $2,000 and only knocked $500 off your debt. Now let's go to the end. If you pay only the minimum on that $3,000 balance at 24% interest, it takes you 17 years to pay it off. 17 years, and the total amount you pay is over $7,200. Let me say that again. You borrowed $3,000. You paid back $7,200. That means $4,200 went purely to interest, more than double what you originally spent. That is not a tool. That is a trap. And 56% of credit card holders carry a balance month to month, according to Bankrate. More than half of everyone with a credit card is on this same treadmill right now. You are not alone in this, but you can be the one who steps off. Now you need to understand who benefits from this system, because it is not an accident. Credit card companies made over $105 billion in interest income in 2023 alone. That number comes from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and the way they earn it is elegant in its cruelty. First, they set your credit limit high enough that you feel wealthy. A $10,000 limit feels like a safety net. But it is not your money. It is a loan you haven't taken yet. Second, they set the minimum payment as low as legally possible. The lower the minimum, the longer you pay. The longer you pay, the more interest they collect. Third, they send you balance increase offers. You didn't ask for a higher limit. They gave it to you, because more available credit means more potential debt. Fourth, they use something called penalty repricing. Miss one payment, and your interest rate can jump from 24% to 29.99%. One mistake, and the treadmill speeds up. And here's the part that should make you angry. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve report, women carry an average credit card balance of about $6,200. Men carry about $7,400. But women pay higher interest rates on average. The system charges women more, not because of risk, because of data patterns the algorithm uses against you. This was never designed for you to win. It was designed for them to profit. The objection you hear most is this: I can only afford the minimum right now. And that might be true. Nobody here is judging your situation. But here's what the data shows. Even a small amount above the minimum changes everything. You don't need to double your payment. You don't need a windfall. You need a strategy. Step 1. Find $50 more per month. That's $12.50 a week. One less takeout order. One subscription you forgot you had. One small shift. That $50 is the most powerful financial move you can make right now. On that same $3,000 balance at 24% interest. Paying $110 instead of $60 cuts your payoff time from 17 years to 3 years, from 17 years to 3. And your total interest drops from $4,200 to about $1,000. You save $3,200. That is real money back in your life. Step 2, stop using the card while you pay it down. Every new purchase adds to the balance that compounds against you. Put the card in a drawer. Use cash or debit for 90 days. Break the habit of spending money that isn't yours. Step 3. Call and ask for a lower rate. This sounds intimidating, but a 2023 Lending Tree survey found that 76% of people who asked for a lower interest rate got one. 3 out of 4. Most people never ask. The companies count on your silence. Even dropping from 24% to 19% saves you hundreds over the life of that balance. 3 steps, $50 extra a month. Stop swiping. Ask for a lower rate. That is your plan starting today. 2 people, both owe $3,000 on a credit card. Both have 24% interest. Same income, same expenses, same life. Person A pays the minimum every month. She doesn't think about it. The bill comes, she pays what it says, she moves on. After 1 year, person A has paid about $710. Her balance is still $2,900. After 3 years, she's paid over $2,000. Her balance is still $2,500. After 5 years, person A has paid over $3,400 in total and still owes about $2,000. She's paid more than she originally borrowed, and she's not even halfway done. Person B watched this video. She found $50 extra per month. She pays $110 every month instead of $60. After 1 year, person B has paid $1,320. Her balance has dropped to $2,100. After 3 years, person B's balance is down to $600. After 5 years, person B is debt-free, completely free. She paid roughly $4,000 total. Person A, after 5 years, still owes $2,000 and has paid $3,400 with years left to go. Person B is done. The difference between them is $50 a month and knowing how the system works. That's it. Same paycheck, same starting balance, different knowledge. This is not your fault. Nobody sat you down and explained how minimum payments actually work. Nobody showed you the math. Nobody told you the system was designed this way. But now you've seen the numbers. You know what that minimum payment really costs. You know what $50 extra can do. You're not someone who just pays what the bill says anymore. You're someone who knows. And knowing changes everything. Subscribe to She Starts today because you deserve to understand every dollar that leaves your hands.